3, 2, 1. What's up, Gunplum modelers? This is Strider Prime bringing you a new edition of Gundam Customs, and today I am going to build this kit. The 144 scale high grade EMS 10 Zuda, Principality of Zeon's prototype mobile suit. This is from the MS Igloo animated series that came out a very long time ago, if anybody remembered, and it was actually one of the newer and fresher designs that came out from the series. Now, according to the lore, this was basically a competition mobile suit at the time when Zeon was trying to figure out what to do with their mobile suit technology that they've learned. And this Zuda, when it first came out, everybody was saying, "Ooh, what is this? It's a bit weird." I always thought it was a weird mobile suit, but it was also, what made it weirder is the fact that it always looks a lot better than the previous one. You would think it would be a lot, different, but the design is amazing in this mobile suit when it first came out. And supposedly, in the anime, it originally came from another variant known as the EMS 04 Zuda. But then they turned it into this and hoped to compete against another mobile suit, the YMS 05 Zaku, which, of course, I have here as well. We'll get to that in a moment. Now, as the anime goes, the mobile suit is a very powerful mobile suit with one minor flaw. Its engine output, known as the Jupiter engine, had a tendency of, overexert itself, and pretty much the mobile suit falls apart. You literally become like a destructible comet. The anime pretty much covers that part, and nobody seemed to like it anymore. However, they kept on using the mobile suit in the series, so that was kind of neat to see that they were able to, I guess, replace the engine. And according to Gundam Wiki, the engine was updated to a new, more proficient engine known as the Saturn engine, which was previously used on the Richter. A lot of information of the Zuda can be pulled up online, and I believe there's a YouTuber by the name of Kakarot. I gotta give him credit because I always been watching his videos, and he's now been building kits online. Give me a minute here. I want to give you his correct name, Kakarot 197. I don't know. He may have done a review of the Zuda, so if I may have to review it and go back to it again. And if he didn't, I hope he does a better job of doing the lore of it. But right now, we're going to talk about the build, because when I saw this at Ridgefield Hobbies recently, and what sold me was the fact that this comes with the anti-ship rifle. I call it the anti-material rifle because I piss off Prime 92 every time I play this game, play the mobile suit in Battle Operations 2. And I believe there's another variant of that in the game as well. But yeah, I love that gun, and I said to myself, oh, it'd be nice if they had the gun. But since I never got the kit, I don't know. I never knew about that until when I was at the store and I saw this and I looked at it and I go, okay, the gun sold me. It's mine. I'm getting this kit. So yeah, I mean, that's the one thing. That's the only reason why I like the Zuda, is because of that, of the gun itself. Everything else is a great kit, and I actually remembered. And I'm going to go back a while. I actually remembered asking some what was it? When I was at Gundam Planet a few years ago, a group of us were there, Gunpla builders, including Jordan, who goes by oh God, I completely forgot. He's not on YouTube anymore. He hasn't been doing any videos, but he's won GBWC with his diorama builds and work. And I asked him, what was his favorite high grade kit that he made? and he claimed the Zuda was the best. So now that I have it, now I'm going to see why it's the best, and hopefully I'll enjoy this. By the way, this is what all of you guys say I should build, so I will do that right now. Let's see what we got here. Oh, we have the manual. Not a big fan of the color. That is, of course, subject to change. A lot of detail here and a lot of placement of the weaponry, of the decals, I mean. Alright, and speaking of decals, here it is. I believe I may have these type of decals from another kit. But I'm speaking of the anti-material rifle, here it is. Here are some of the darker color tones, some polycaps, joints, the body parts there. Oh, okay, there's a metallic part that represents the connection to the thruster. The shield, faceplate, the eye socket right there. We have the hands, arms, legs, shoulder parts, feet, more feet parts, the standard Zaku machine gun, Panzerfaust, heat to the hawk, and a sticker, probably for the mono eye. Wow. You know, it's interesting. Very few parts here. It feels like very few parts for this. It's a bit expensive on my taste, considering it's an older kit, but I could have easily found it for a much cheaper price. But you gotta support the local hobby stores. Let's review the manual. 3, 2. Okay, so here is the manual. All the detailed information of the Zuda. Armaments consist of the 120mm Zaku machine gun, the classic machine gun, of course, the Heat Hawk, the Stormfaust, and of course the most unique part of the kit, the 135mm anti-ship rifle, or anti-material rifle. This is what it looks like with it. That's actually that's a nice gun. I like that. Especially when I was playing it in the game, where you only get like, I know one version has it where it has only 3 shots, and then the later version of the kit of the mobile suit in the game is 4 shots. It takes up when you hit a target, it pretty much takes up nearly, if it's a good hit, you can take out about half the hit points of a mobile suit. So 2 shots. Good 2 hits, pretty good. But obviously it takes a long time to load up. This doesn't open up the what do you call it, the bipod. Who uses a bipod in space, of course, but that's understandable. But very good detail. Now, I really like this. This has some sample paint jobs here, and I really like this aggressor color look to it. Where it could be the same color. As a matter of fact, we'll discuss the color right now. This comes with a very light sea blue, followed by a navy blue, and then we have a darker blue tone. I'm kind of thinking this is like Titan's Blue 2 and Titan's Blue 1, if you want to use that color. It has some white color trims. I can't tell you where, and I don't see it anywhere. There's another color tone here. This could be charcoal for the weaponry, and maybe the points of the joints or the thrusters, or the thruster basically. And then you also have this represents copper. You could use copper or bronze if you like. The pink color for the mono eye. Green trim for the actual Heat Hawk, I see. And that's a silver color tone. And I see it right there and there in that piston area. yeah. So we have pretty much all the parts here. I don't see nothing, no X's, except for a few of the polycaps. And then we have the assembly of the upper body, the backpack, the head, both left and right arms. Already the assembly of the machine gun, the anti-tank rifle, the anti-ship rifle. Sorry, I keep saying anti-tank. The shield with its stone faust. Then building the upper body portions of it, and where to place the weaponry. Then we have the assembly of the legs, waist unit, and then final assembly and placement of everything else. You know, I know that we're probably not going to be getting any RE100 kits now that we're starting to see this new line coming out for the seed kits, but I would have loved to see this as an RE100. Tell me, am I not wrong? An RE100 of this would be perfect. But we got this. I'm going to enjoy building it. Oh, and I think I'm going to... This comes with this commander type antenna. I'm going to keep that on. And as for painting, I really like this pattern. This aggressor-like pattern. I think I'm going to try something like that. I really do. Alright, with that being said, let's begin building high-grade Zuda. You know, thinking out loud, how many MS Igloo kits has come out when it first broadcast? I believe I think that the only mobile suit that has come out other than the Zuda was the OGGO, I think it is. The Hilldoffer is another one. I don't think they ever made the Zagok with that weird flight system when it was trying to destroy the Federation ships from taking off from Jarbro. The ball was already out there. We already knew that. And there was that mobile armor, I remember. But they never made a high grade. They never made a kit of that. Not even at the 1/550th scale. So it was actually very limited. Very limited. And they were like testing out this and that. And I really liked that anime. That it was CGI basically. Where they were just testing all these new weaponries and features, and nothing came about because it either was too expensive, or I think the pilot episode was my favorite because, you know, they built this massive long-range artillery beam cannon, which was, you know, designed to take out the Salamis and the Magellan class ships. But then of course it was more like a propaganda weapon. And then as that was being focused, you know, the real star of the show came in. That was the mobile suits. I would like to see the Zuda come back again in one aspect or one format. I mean, we're getting Hathaway's Flash. That's one. There's going to be another Unicorn Gundam series in the works. And yes, you know, those are the next tier of the evolutionary mobile suits, but I'd like to see them go back to older suits. Hell, I actually would like to see an anime talking about like another side story, kind of like we did with 0083, 0080, MS 8th MS Team, Igloo, things like that. And notably, everything was all happening before Zeta. So I'm surprised that they have not made any series after Zeta. Why not more side stories of after Zeta? But that's my thought process there. So let me begin cleaning all this up, and then we'll begin putting this guys together and see how it looks.